guys, hi, I'm Moustafa Altahi, and today I will be teaching you guys how to, use the risograph and also using collage at the same time. So it'll be a Riso collage workshop today. So for those of you who don't even know me, I am an illustrator, continuing on my master's, and I'm just the type of person who just wants to engage with something new and try something different within my style of art. With the combination of using risograph and collage together, it's about expressing yourself, because most people want their work to be in a perfection style, where in this workshop we will use this in an imperfection way, but it can be in a beautiful way center. So no matter how bad it looks, it will always be perfect. So you're just literally just letting go of yourself and just laying your craziness out. Two techniques we'll be using today. So in the first process, we'll be using the risograph right here to print out some different materials and different movements, which I've set for you guys on the table right here. And I'll show you how to use the risograph as well. And then afterwards, once we finish printing them, we will also use the materials that I brought to, construct them in a much more collage style. So, you can do whatever you want with anything in what comes in your mind. So it doesn't have to be perfect, just go with the flow. So looking into inspirations of artists, so like Ro Jiao, who is an amazing risograph artist who constructed a type of quirky style of using card games as a way to just express it in the form of risograph. So you can feel like the material, the constructions of, using risograph as a way to just be creative and also just show some originality in the work rather than just doing it all digital. Adri Hearn, she is an amazing collage. Her work comes from very much more poetic, but also it's come of a very influential style of expressing our work that's very, in emotions and feelings and type of way. So it's not about having something that's very perfect, but also you can tell a story of what you're trying to say or how you feel about it, like what you're trying to accomplish. And these are some examples of my work. In the left side is the risograph designs that I have constructed, and in the right hand side, this is the constructions I've done for collage art. So this is for me to try something a bit different. So putting two things that I've worked within since January into one piece. So it's just a fun way to just be a little fun with your work. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So now we're going to go to the fun part, using the risograph. So here I will show you guys how to use the risograph. So first thing you want to do is come here and go to the side and open the switch right here. And then afterwards, what you'll have in this side is the master print. And this is what the master print will look like. Very thin and very delicate, but also this is going to be useful when you use the inks. And then for the inks for it, you just open this one up right here. Press this little button over there, and then you get to see what colors you have. So obviously, never mind. So this is the drum kit. So each one has its own different color. You can put two in, any one you like. So what I have here is black and gold here. So this is the two colors we'll be working on, because it's a very strong, very original color, but also gives a richness. You put this on the scanner right here, and then place it in a very nice position. So you can be anywhere you want. So I'm just gonna position it if you want. So you can bring it a bit closer if you want. Okay. So this is how we look. You close it, and then afterwards, you press on one of the colors. You press master ink. You're just gonna make sure that everything is working well with the drum kit. So you just gotta make sure that the drum is working perfectly and it's placed in the right position. So you see the selections for the ready to make the master. So if you press on review, and then press number 3 just to make sure it makes more coffee, because it will first try will be a bit dry. So if you do multiples, then it will start to become much more bolder. And you press continue. So now what it will do now is going to scan the work in, and it will show a preview of what it will look like. This is what it will look like, the preview of the color you've chosen. And if you're happy with it, press the blue button. Now what it will do is the paper will come from here, use the master ink from this section, and then the printing will come out on this side. It'll take some time, and then now it's in the process of inking. Then the ink will start to come in. So obviously it's a bit of a blank image, but it's fine. But you can do multiples now. So now the ink is now warming up, and then that's when the ink is going to place the image into the paper. So as you can see, this is how it will look like. But if you want it to be much more bolder, you can just do it multiple times. So what you can do is like press on any number. So I'll do 3 again. Press on the blue button, and then it will take time to print it. And this is the final result. But if you want to do the second color and use multiples, here I will show you a different combination. And you can use these designs in the printing as well, and I'll show you how. Now we're going to use the color black. Same thing, you press on master make, and then what you can do now is like, since of having it in the same position, you can move it now, so then it will alter the movement of the imagery. So if you want, like, you know, tint it a bit, and then afterwards, I'll just do this again. Same thing, it'll come as the original, and then you press continue. Now what we'll do is scan in the one that I've placed in a different position, but it will be constructed into a black color. So this is what it will look like now. And then if I'm happy, we press continue. And what will happen now is like the materials that I've just printed out in mold will be transferred into it. The thing is with risography, you can use it as multiple times if you want. If you've got some pictures that you didn't like, you can use it as for practice as well. So just to see how it will look, and then you can have a unique style of risography. So this is what it will look like. Looked before when it came out. So now I will print it again. This time it will show a much more fuller color with it, because the drum will take time to like absorb the paper. So as you can see, this is the final result of the paper. So it's kind of a very interesting, rich color with it. So now you know how to use the risograph. Any questions?
I do have one.
Oh, okay.
If I want to use a different picture, not the same, so...
Yeah, you can use different pictures, but you've got to make sure that the image has to be black and white, because, you know, the one that I've just used was completely black and white, because the black will absorb any darkness around it. So, you know, you got to make sure that it's completely black and white, no color into it once you scan it in.
Okay. But what if I use a colored pen? I sketch something and...
That, I don't think it will work. It has to be black and white, because the reason, this is a printing machine, so you know, it's like you're doing inking, like printmaking, but also it's like printing out, so it's kind of like a 2-in-1.
Okay.
Makes sense? Okay. Also, you guys need to know, in the back, you got to make sure to empty out the master ink, because it will start to fill out and, you know, it won't print out the work. So every time when you finish using it, make sure to empty this out. If any of you want to learn how to, you know, change the colors from the drums, I'll show you how. So, you know, you press the blue button here, and then then the drum kit will come out slowly by itself. Then what you do is pull it from the lever here and the here. So the 2 blue levers right there. So you just place it in right here. And to get the other colors, they'll be set in the caskets, you know, in a little bag. So now, one person wants to use pink, which is fine. So this is the new color, and then what you do, you place it in nice and slowly. Push it in. Voila. Now you have a new set of colors. And then afterwards, once you're finished with this one, you just put the old one into the bag. And then there you go. Okay, so the ones I gave you in the table, those are some designs that I made specifically for you to use in the risograph. Now I know it's a bit weird of thinking, what the hell did I just do with these designs? But it's a good way to, you know, be expressive with risograph. So, you know, you can use something that's very unpleasant and make it something that's very unique and very interesting. So, you know, it shows like, you know, different movements and different color ranges in the risograph. So now I'll let you be. It can be anything you want, so it doesn't have to be in a straight line, but you can just move it about if you want. to, you know, make a collage out of it with the different materials. It does look cool though.
Yes.
Very interesting. So, you know, this is your work. It looks really interesting, really, with the colors of it. You press on pink, press OK. So now it will do the scanning in. This is what it will look like after when it's burnt out. And then if you're happy, press the blue button. Alright, see that's ink. So now what we'll do is, like, you know, we'll use this one again. We can use this process again since it was completely blank. So, you know, press continue, and then that's when the ink will begin to absorb on the paper. See? So this is the final outcome of it. You love it? So what do you guys think? It's great. Okay, that's good. So now I'll let you guys have a go at it right now, and then afterwards, once you're done, we'll move on to the next process of using collage. Okay? But feel free to use any of the materials I gave you. So, you know, mix and match with them, and feel free to use different colors as well. Okay? All right, have fun. And you go home. So which colors do you want to go first?
Let's go. The yellow is the gold?
Yeah, the yellow's gold.
Okay, let's go yellow.
And then you
And
press
mask to make?
Yes, perfect. And then how many copies do you want?
Oh, let's just do 2.
Okay, that's fine. And then press preview just in case. And then you press continue, or you can press the blue button.
Is this the level of ink remaining in the?
Yeah, this is the level.
cartridge?
Yeah, this is the level of ink of drop.
Okay.
And then once you're happy, you press the, and then that's when the magic will happen. So this is the first part. So the other 2 copies, you press the blue button again, and then it will copy the other 2. It's fine, and it's not about being perfection. That's the whole thing.
Maybe I could do the lipstick thing on this.
Yeah, you can use it whatever you want. You can use it in this one or that one. It's all about letting go of perfection. Be expressive with your work.
Can I overprint on this one?
Yeah, if you want. Just to make sure, you know, even though in the first part it will be dry, but what I normally do with it is like I put the paper that you printed out under the printing paper. So, you know, what you do is since it's pulled up, you press this little blue button, it will pull the paper down, or the lever. Then I'll say I'll leave it like a couple of spaces, like 1 or 2.
So that we get a better print on the
Yeah,
original
exactly.
one.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say do 3.
Okay.
And then
And
just
then
continue. And then again, continue. And then now we'll do the...
Won't we get a preview? Okay, after the scanning we get a preview.
Yeah, after the scanning we'll get a preview, so no need to worry. So this is the first process. So then now, to do more, press the oh, maybe next time I'll let you do it. This is so nice. So now, what I will do is, like, you know, as you can see, I've got my lovely print from the risograph, and I'm just gonna place it anywhere I want it. So, you know, it's just something that you can just be spontaneous with your work and stuff like that. So be free of what you have in the materials. Just like think of something that's very creative of what you want to showcase in your work. And also, if you feel like, you know, the printing for the risograph that we did is A3, you can just like cut it up, use the guillotine, which I will show you afterwards. So, you know, it's just like, you know, being fun with, you know, using risograph. And also with collage art, it's something so much fun to do with, because, you know, like we have never had any much of, you know, using some original designs. of cutting out, making something in physical hands. So it's just something that you can take it with you, and you can feel like the texture, the imagery, and also just being able to see something that you just think outside of the box and not be so into one thing. So now I'm done with the magazines. I can use other materials that I've got with me. So for instance, I am going to use this one that I've done for you guys. So and it can be anything that I've got for you. So use whatever you feel like necessary. So don't be so limited to what you want to design. So go wild, go crazy with it. Doing the same process as before, so just sticking the material. Sorry. And just placing them in anything that I feel like is somewhere it can be so fun and something so original. Okay, so now we've got our lovely design. And then if you want to go more or less with it, so we've got other materials. So we've got some lovely Celtic colors we can use for this module. Sorry, bit of a klutz here. So like thinking like what I feel like this goes well with it. Maybe I'm thinking go with red with this one. So and just the same thing, just make some different texture designs with it. So you just like you're just going crazy with it. You don't matter how it looks and all that. So you're just being fun with it. You're just letting go of something that's so not your style, but it's something that you feel like I enjoy doing something that I can just be free will about it. And then maybe we can just do some other like dots in them. So I'm basically just not being thinking like, ooh, will this look good and everything like that. So it's just basically just having fun with it. And then also, if you want, you can just do it on the materials that you've used. Just go crazy with the material. So you're just having fun with it, really. And now you've got your lovely Riso Collage art. And that's that. So now it's your turn to use the Riso print that you've used with the materials that I brought for you guys. Hope you enjoy.
Yeah.